नमस्कार, मेरा नाम है नेहा धर और हमारे सभी सुनने और देखने वालों का बहुत बहुत स्वागत है हमारी आज की इस बात में। ख्वाहिशें हम सभी रखते हैं, ख्वाब हम सभी देखते हैं। इन ख्वाबों को पूरा करने की जीतोड़ कोशिश भी हम सभी करते हैं, मगर बहुत कम हम में से ऐसे होते हैं जो अपनी हसरतों को पूरा करते करते हजारों की जिंदगियों को बदलने का जज्बा रखते हैं, जिनका काम ही उनकी जुबान बनता है, जिनका उनके काम की तरफ इखलास दूसरों के लिए मिसाल बनता है और जिनकी शख्सियत अपने आप में वो एक पूरी किताब होती है, जिसे अगर हम जैसा आम आदमी पढ़ने और समझने की कोशिश करें तो शायद हम भी खुद के लिए और औरों के लिए जिंदगी के मायनों को बदल सकते हैं। और आज मुझे ये बताते हुए बेहद फक्र और खुशी हो रही है कि हमारी आज की कतबात की मेहमान है एक ऐसी ही बेहद कामयाब और बेहद मुतासिर करने वाली शख्सियत, रिटायर्ड आईएएस ऑफिसर डॉक्टर सीके गरियाली। नमस्कार गरियाली जी।
नमस्कार, वारे चुके
बस ठीक पे तो ठीक पे
वो नमस्कार शायद भी सब सुनने वालों का मेरा प्रणाम। अच्छा लग रहा है नेहा जी को देख के, आप लोगों से मिलके बड़ खुशी छा। मैं पंचावरी कैसे पॉडकास्ट कर रहा तमिलनाडु गुरु बड़ खुशी की थोड़ा बहुत को कैसे पॉडकास्ट कर
डॉक्टर गरियाली, सबसे पहले पूरी कश्मीर एज इट इज की टीम की तरफ से आपका तहे दिल से स्वागत है हमारी आज की इस बात में। डॉक्टर गरियाली,
आशीर्वाद
थैंक यू। अगर मैं कोशिश भी करूं आपकी इस अमेजिंग करियर ट्रैजेक्टरी का एक इंट्रोडक्शन देने में तो शायद मैं असफल रहूंगी, क्योंकि यू आर सच एन अकम्प्लिश्ड पर्सन डॉक्टर गरियाली। और मेरे लिए जो ये थोड़ा सा वक्त मुझे मिला है आज का बात सेशन ऑर्गेनाइज करने का, ये वक्त भी शायद कम पड़ जाए आपका इंट्रोडक्शन देने में। लेकिन फिर भी हमारे सभी दर्शकों के लिए मैं आपका एक ब्रीफ इंट्रोडक्शन देना चाहूंगी। डॉक्टर गरियाली की पैदाइश कश्मीर में हुई और इनके जो फॉर्मेटिव इयर्स थे वो उसके बाद पुरानी दिल्ली में गुजरे, जहाँ पे इन्होंने मेडिकल एंड साइकेट्रिक सोशल वर्क में पोस्ट ग्रेजुएशन किया दिल्ली स्कूल ऑफ सोशल वर्क से, जिसके बाद इन्होंने वुमेन्स स्टडीज पर डॉक्टरेट हासिल की मदर टेरेसा यूनिवर्सिटी से, पॉवर्टी एलिविएशन और विमेंस एम्पावरमेंट की तालीम हासिल की यूनिवर्सिटी ऑफ ससेक्स और क्वीन एलिजाबेथ हाउस ऑक्सफोर्ड यूनिवर्सिटी से। डॉक्टर गरियाली 1972 बैच ऑफिसर रह चुकी हैं इंडियन एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव सर्विसेज की। She has served as the collector of Chennai and South Arcot districts and has also served as the secretary to the Honorable Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu. She has got the opportunity to work with greats like MGR and Srimati Jayalalitha. She is known as the mother of self-help groups of women and has written around 10 books, out of which 5 books have been on women's empowerment. She was a forerunner in starting the cancer screening program for women in 1987, and currently Dr. Garyali works as the founder trustee of Equitas Development Initiative Trust, wherein she works with a whopping number of 30 lakh women in micro enterprises in 11 states of India. What an incredibly inspiring journey, Dr. Garyali, and still counting. डॉक्टर गरियाली, इस कतबात सेशन का मेरा सबसे पहला सवाल आपसे ये है कि आप कश्मीर के किस हिस्से से वाबस्ता रखती हैं, और भले आपका ज्यादातर वक्त कश्मीर से बाहर गुजरा, फिर चाहे वो पुरानी दिल्ली हो या आपकी कर्मभूमि तमिलनाडु हो, फिर भी आपने कैसे कश्मीर को अपने दिल में जिंदा रखा है, जो कि हम आपकी खुद की लिखित किताबें, जो 2 किताबें हैं, माय ब्यूटीफुल जर्नी कश्मीर टू कन्याकुमारी और कश्मीर द लैंड ऑफ कश्यप में साफ साफ नजर आता है। तो मैं चाहूंगी कि आप इस बात पे रोशनी डालें कि किस तरह से आपने कश्मीर से दूर होकर भी कश्मीर को अपने दिल के इतने पास रखा।
एक्चुअली मैं सारा क्रेडिट अपने माता पिता को दूंगी। मैं आपको आई एम रीडिंग फ्रॉम द बुक So that the book is dedicated to my parents, Kashinath Karyali and Indra Karyali, who kept the love of Kashmir alive in my heart.
Wow.
They were a profound example of how Kashmiri Pandits lived, following righteousness, showering love, showing compassion, sharing what they had, caring for all without discrimination, and bestowing unlimited hospitality on any heart-sent guest, and being very proud of who they were. This book is a humble effort of paying my gratitude to them for raising me as an authentic Kashmiri Pandit, despite being away from Kashmir. So this is what has kept to my book for everybody to see. This is what has kept मेरे दिल में कश्मीर का प्यार जो है जिंदा रखा मेरे माँ बाप ने, क्योंकि वो हमेशा कश्मीर से प्यार करते रहे. They kept following all the traditions. हमारे घर में जब तक पिताजी की डेथ नहीं हुई मद्रास में 1986 में, SS Karan here पूरे SS Karan Huin and now in Kashirpet SS Kavan Watuk Kavan Sori Kavan Patuti father go to Patu Badam and Karavissama. But this back is very Kashir father Kavan, then mother gave 2012 में मम्मी की डेथ हो गई, तब तक सारे हम रोड बनाते थे, सब कुछ करते थे. So that all the Navres, Panaman, parties is given, Pandit Hisab is Karan, Madras is Karan, sorry. So, very language difference. मुझे just अपन इस situation में चूँ, ऐसे पर मद्रास में इस situation पे पान में करना था, तो we used to talk in Kashmiri as possible to keep. And now for 8 years, mother is no more, तो मैं और भी आदत कम हो गई है बोलने की. So this was the love. I was born in Narpuristan Ghat, in old city of Kashmir. Teles Garsi Madgasan Bachpur. The Wettispan is Tawan, must have got Tawan. Wabu was mat. There will be a mat put on the the outer part of the house, and the baby will be delivered on that. So I was delivered on a mat. Magar Teles Angrez doctor. It must have been. The lady doctor was I delivered service as Angrez. So then there must be delivered garas work respect on a brass bag. So the custom was that 40 days the woman was lying on that brass bag. Whatever disputes after delivery, they will all go into the Mother Earth. बस ना मिट्टी के फ्लोर होते थे कश्मीर में. So then after 40 days, the women will be given a bath, and so it was very amazing the way delivery took place in Kashmir those days. And I was born there. And I was there a year ago. Narpuristan Ghat was starting across the Mission Hospital on the river. It was Mission Hospital, famous Mission Hospital. So Sainik Ghat was school, like a mission school. So सुबह बच्चे सब hundreds of children would go on boats. So I said when every vacation we came to the class and we stayed in this nanny's house on Narpuristan Ghat, right on the Yarpal. We swam in the river. We enjoyed. We had boats moved to our house, which we thought were our boats, And we had a priority. My grandmother wanted to go anywhere, that boat will take it first, not other customers. And most of it was free because they were moved to our house. So our children went to school on boat, that was free. So we had so much of a close relationship with boatman and fisherman and the milk lady, milkmaid, and and they were all Muslims, mind you. So the Muslim milkmaid will come and deliver milk and curd. I say God had, but God has also. So Sanan card, I says the bond to us, and I says the in a basket of Travan Dairikin. So that's our datus, but so that's the one card, Guru no Sasan free. Small fish will be free. So the guard to Guru knows but the Torkasan was so. That's lovely the way people live, very simple life. My grandmother, every day she went to Parvat, Hari Parvat. So not only she, I used to see everybody went. All the older people, elderly people, they used to go to Hari Parvat. But this Timan or Estiman at this subject Helasan, subject basket. The dull patana, dullish fresh subsidies that asa, but as asa too much unanswered. Face Aquarian Kadarwani sort. So the grandmother arranged the vegetable and the breakfast and brought it home. जान क्या उसकी सुबह सुबह उसकी मन बटन पेवान ब्रेकफास्ट बनाऊं मनो से ब्रेकफास्ट इवन रेडी में मतलब चाय या था तो सब परस में बनान पाने थे when was yours at least the drudgery of making a big breakfast making rotis and paranthas so nice so it's good fun so ऐसा दर ऐसा दायर की जैसे सोचा यार पूरा दूर so it was a fantastic you know I made so many visits, so I feel that I was part of Kashmir, even though I was brought up in Delhi. Delhi was but Kashmiri culture. Old Delhi was Kashmiri culture. That's old Delhi. Sitaram Bazar is huge. That's Kamala Nehru's gar. That was Kamala Nehru's family. Her brother was Uttarakhand. This is lucky. This is God having because of God gate. ऐसे स्टोर गठन कितना करा कितना उसके टाइम पे मेरे बचपन तक उसके भाई थे नेफ्यूज एंड ऑल उनको स्वरूप बुलाते थे सपने चल देन सर तेज बहादुर सफरों की हवेली भी वही so that was bit ruined and as kids we used to play there so there were so many old Kashmiri families and there were some recent families also. So Sitaram Bazar was full of Kashmiri people. That was as a question which they are. Question by can meet from anybody else. Even it's a question to us. So you must migrate 200 years ago. So there were 5 Kashmiri, 5 butchers who made meat for Kashmiri Pandits, and they were all in that Chitli Kabar area of Sitaram. Yes, between Sitaram Bazar and Chitli Kabar. And people from all over Delhi, from Nai Delhi, from this place, that everybody will come, make a beeline there because they will buy meat only from them. And while they are waiting for their meat to be cut and their mugs to be made, they will wait in our house. So our house was, especially Sunday go, so many people will sit and wait for their mutton to be prepared, the bus to be got ready. So that was interesting to live in old Delhi in a Kashmiri culture. It's very festivals, it's very park. Sare zanane se once one kariya. In any one house, they will break the fast. So it will be a big meal. It will be not a fasting meal. All kinds of goodies will be cooked and so fasting. In my book, I have written about this Kashmiri fasting. How many varieties of food these women ate. And they would get up also. They will sleep there itself, afternoon nap, and then have tea there, and then get up because they can't have twice. So they'll keep sitting on and eating till the food. So my book talks about my experiences, and then of course the sad part when Exodus happened. So it's all there. Also about all the major yatras I've made to my own Kabarnath yatra I have described because many people have not gone, and these are very, very special places. I have written about Sharda Peeth, which is supposed to be the presiding deity of Kashmir. And why I called the book Land of Kashyapa, because I want to talk about Hindu heritage of Kashmir. Everybody thinks Kashmir is a Muslim place. Maybe, but it was not always so. And we had up to 14th century, it was totally a Hindu place. And then, of course, things happened and that historically everything was. So, and what was the greatest part of Kashmir? Well, only during that, what is good about and memorable or what contribution they have made is only during that period. What is the contribution made after the Islamic period? Hardly any, except the killings and this. What major liberation, even in Persian or other things, people have produced. Not much to talk about. Whereas, if you see, out of 26 treaties written in Sanskrit, 24 came from Kashmir. There's so much work that Kashmiri people don't know. Whether it was Sanskrit, whether it was grammar, whether it was Yoga Shastra, whether it was Ayurveda, whether it was Jyotish Shastra. We had a huge department of Jyotish in Vijay Vihara, where we had a full, till other day, all the Jyotishis used to live in Brajbyor, Vijay Vihara. And now they have shifted to Jammu. So there was a famous Jyotishi called Premnath Shastri. And as a child, I have gone there with my mother. I've seen the whole row of houses belong to these great astrologers. And recently, when I was writing this book, I interviewed the son of Premnath Shastri because I thought the old man would be alive, but old man had gone, but his son was there. And he was telling me that was one of the biggest centers of learning which I had. It was a Buddhist center of learning. There were so many viharas there, and it was a university where both Buddhist and Hindu philosophies were taught. And their family, those days, right, even before 14th century, were connected with the Department of Astrology, which was in that university. And when it was destroyed, they all ran away, but they took some of the books and manuscripts with them. And then they again reemerged about 300 years ago, the same village. And they have got the Panchangs prepared in their custody, 3 and 350-year-old. We still have those. So that shows the antiquity of these families who have been doing this astrology for generation to generation. And that is why the astrology there is to be very accurate, which came from Kashmir. That's why the Kathan Badan Pandit English Dhatu Batu Badan was correct, perfectly Dhatu Panchang, the horoscope will be perfect. Now we get it from computer and all that. It's no good. And the prediction used to be totally accurate because they had spiritual power also. It is not only calculation. When a person makes predictions, people like Premnath Shastri, they are also having God's gift and having the divine power, and also they do so much of prayer and so much of tapasya before they make a prediction, before they read an astrology. That kind of people we have lost, that kind of prediction. So this Omkar Nath Shastri, the son of Premnath Shastri, was telling me that his father had that gift, that he himself said, I don't have it, it's supposed to be now running the whole business. And he is very much respected and venerated. But he's very humble to say that the making perfect predictions is a gift from God, and which many of our people have. So they strive to get it. So, Nehaji book is full of all these things. And then, of course, we come to the sad events, which I don't want to repeat at this forum, all of us know. But I have mentioned in the book because I didn't shy away from that, because we must remember what has happened to our people and how sad. The reason I wrote book was I was so sad in my heart, and I was working in Tamil Nadu. I couldn't do too much. We did that time. We did lobby for education and all that. Colleges were admitting people across India and all those things we did with ministry and all. But we couldn't do much because we were not there. So I had this feeling always I must do something for this community. So I just wrote this book. And my mother had set up a charity in Madras long ago because she was very charitable, as the case with all Kashmiris. So that charity recently I set up. So we started working in the Jagati and other refugee camps in 2017. Actually, I went to do research for a book. I didn't even know there's still refugee camps, there's still people living there. I didn't know that. I thought everybody settled because we see people doing well in Australia, Singapore, our relatives, friends. Slowly, everybody picked up the threads of life. Children got educated, they got good jobs, they're all over the world. I went for the book. Somebody said, have you been to Jagti? I said, no. And I went and I was shocked totally. And from that time, it was 2017, I started working with those people. I see that who are the most needy people, how to support children, their education, widows, or somebody's marriage, somebody's health care, so whatever, little things. So I set up a fund within our charity. I set up a separate fund called Vikasya Welfare Fund. Even the proceeds from this book are going there. All my proceeds from all the books are going. So that is my little effort towards the community to play. Recently there was an ICWAT contest, ICWAT has created. I sponsored prizes for 60 children who, like a consolation prize. We didn't win their awards, but they said we can give to the children who done well. The 60 children who done well, we gave them 1,000 rupees award for each one. That is apart from what they had given. So this it's called they named it with the stuff prize. So we gave it the stuff. Now in Jagti we identified, just now I got the message. I said if there are children who have no parents, so they have identified 6 children who recently lost their father. So we will pay their school fees and all. So that's yesterday I told them yesterday. So I'm just trying to see where matters most. They should be able to help. They should not go. They should all study well, and they should be able to leave that place. It's not a place for play. So that's what I feel.
डॉक्टर गगन, मेरा अगला सवाल आपसे ये है कि जैसे हम सब जब छोटे होते हैं तो हमें बड़े होके कुछ ना कुछ बनने का शौक रहता है, मगर जब बड़े होते हैं तो चाहे वो हालात की वजह से हो या किसी तजुर्बे या किसी सर्कमस्टेंस की वजह से हो, हम कई बार अपनी लाइफ में वो नहीं कर पाते हैं जो हम हमेशा सोचते हैं कि हम करेंगे। तो क्या आपका रेजोल्यूशन बचपन से ही सिविल सर्विसेज में जाने का था या कोई ऐसी कोई?
नहीं बिल्कुल नहीं है।
आपका ब्यूरोक्रेट बनने का?
ऐसे सब बच्चे जैसे थे टीचर बनना चाहते हैं, हम भी टीचर बनना चाहते थे। ऐसे बड़े टीचर्स का काम का टीचर्स बड़े खुश करान अस्पताल के सन पिताजी से नर्स बनना चाहते थे। ऐसे once I got sick and I was in hospital with typhoid. Those days typhoid was rather bad, so 3 हफ्ते रहना पड़ा था। ऐसे बड़े खुश था। नर्सेज वर लुकिंग आफ्टर मी वेरी वेल, तो गए वो नर्स पर। फिर बड़े हुए तो ऐसे ही करते करते but when I was a teacher, you won't believe me, I after school I because those days what was happening, दिल्ली में अगर आप टीचर बन जाओ प्राइमरी स्कूल के, उसी टाइम जॉब मिलती थी। कॉल लाइक कैंपस इंटरव्यू था डिमांड ना, स्पेशली वीमेन टीचर्स की। तो ऐसे कैलकुलेशन के एकदम कितने दिन जॉब, तो उस पर ये था। हमारे घर एक कश्मीरी फ्रेंड, फैमिली फ्रेंड, वाज प्रिंसिपल ऑफ द टीचर्स ट्रेनिंग कॉलेज की। ड्रॉप टेलीजन नहीं, मैं इसको कल ही ड्रॉप कर दूंगा, ये तो ब्राइट है, इसको एडमिशन मिल जाएगा। तो इसको जैसे ही खत्म करेगी 2 साल में ट्रेनिंग, इसको हाथ पे नौकरी मिलेगी। अच्छा, इंटरेस्ट हो गए, हाथ पे नौकरी मिलेगी। तो मैं टीचर बन गई। आई गॉट जॉब इमीडिएटली ऑन कंप्लीशन 2 years of training and went to work in a village called Rangapuri, which is near Palam. Those days it was far, it was but now we have gone to Gurgaon. It was on Gurgaon road, but it was either you went to Mehroli. So I was teaching in this village and I realized the condition of girls was so bad. I started teaching primary school there, and 12 साल की 11 साल की लड़कियों की शादी हो जाती थी, रोती थी वो। मेरी क्लास में 4th क्लास पढ़ाती थी मैं, was teaching 4th standard, and it was Khantar Karans, and it was so horrible. Then majority of girls were not coming first. It's a Jat village. Those Jats are very macho and very chauvinistic, and they were not letting their women. Their women had to be a big parda, bada but they used to parna. तो देन हमारी पंजाबी थे हेड मिस्ट्रेस, बड़ी मजेदार, मिसेस दिव्या। नहीं तुम लोग जाओ घर घर जाके बच्चों को लेके आओ। तो इस गई पत कर बच्चों लड़कियों को स्कूल भेजो। ऐसी डांट पड़ी, जो वहाँ विलेज का चौधरी था, मैं ऐसा डांटा कि तुम अपने काम से काम रखो, don't interfere in this. And anyway, we got a big shelling from the village chaudhary. Then when we went to women's houses, उनकी माँ से डांट पड़ी, बहन जी हमारे घर का काम कौन करेगी, तू करेगी, ये तो लड़कियां घर का काम करती है। They are looking after the children, they are cooking, when the mother goes to field. So they were all doing labor, they were all working in fields, their own or other people's. So ते टूटा एटमॉस्फेयर खराब है, तो टूटा दुख मतलब ये टीचर बनने शुरू की ही हकौड़ी की ही करे लाइफ पे ही मुझे डांट देखी और ये तो कुछ और करना, हम तो सोशल वर्क करते हैं। तो तभी मैंने छोड़ दिया, रिजाइन कर दिया। मैंने पापा से बोला कि ना अच्छी नहीं की है, क्या कौन की है, करे we cannot change the village, we cannot do anything. So I think I'll pick up a social worker. I will go and join Delhi School of Social Work. That is why I restarted my education and went back to Delhi School of Social Work in Madras University. There I really enjoyed doing it. I field work करते थे, तो first year field work was very sad. I was working in a Harijan Basti, where I formed a group of young women, you know, young, let's say teenagers, almost my age girls. I was in men, they were 17, 18, 19, 20 years old. And it was so pathetic, you know, that their fathers and brothers were the employees of Delhi Corporation, employed as sweepers. And those days sweepers had to carry headloads. ये ड्राई लेटरी दस आसान ड्राई लेटरी दस साफ करन वापस तो बस्तियों में रखते थे सिर पे ले जाते थे. Now these fellows were so clever, they never did the job and they sent their sisters and wives. ये सारी लड़कियां young girls, they had to, they were taking salaries, they were drinking and sitting on charpais whole day, smoking hookah, and these women were going and collecting this dry night soil from people's homes, carrying it in the hand. तो बेचारियां ऐसी करती थी. उसे तो कभी क्या होता था, वो तश्तरी जो है वो टूटी हुई and the feces would be falling slowly, dripping down on their face and on their clothes, and this smelled so badly. And they had such low self-esteem. They used to think, who will talk to us? Which man will marry us? Even the sweeper man was smelling so bad because men don't do the job. Women have to do it. And so I was working with them. It was a big eye-opener for me. It was a very sad thing for me to see this kind of thing. And so I tried to make them teach hygiene, cleaning, bath, naha lo, आपस में मिलो, बातें करो, और craft करो. And then I was going to lobby with government that they should be given better, they should be given wheelbarrows and things like that, should be carrying on the head. It took time for all those things to change. Today we have got rid of electrons by and large in the country, but that time we had all that. Then what happened one day, I was also working with some handicapped people in that community where I was working. It was my field work during my MA. We have 2 days of field work. So हर हफ्ते में 2 दिन जाते थे वहाँ, get to know community. तो कुछ handicapped लोग थे, तो मुझे पता था government has got some schemes, कुछ ना कुछ उनके लिए हो सकता है, तो मैं इनको ले जाती हूँ social welfare department और वहाँ इनके लिए कुछ मदद मांगते, तो बड़ी मुश्किल से हमको बसों में चढ़ा के ये करते थे. I reached the director of social welfare office and I waited there for a considerable amount of time till we got to see the director. Then I told him कि ये है, इसको ये help चाहिए. And that man did nothing. And I got very annoyed. That is the day I thought this fellow should not be sitting on the chair, I should be sitting there, where I can do something for these people. And I decided I will write for IAS exam. And I will sit in this chair. And that is why I went back to my college and I started preparing for, I was in first year MA only, and I started preparing. So my college, when used to get over, I'll sit in the library closes. After that library closes, I'll go to School of Economics library, which was opened till 8 o'clock. I'll study there. And on Saturday, Sunday, I'll come back and study in Faculty of Arts library and also tutorial building. Now, tutorial building is a fantastic, you can't borrow the books, but you can study there and there's enormous amount of books in the university. So every Sunday, I carried my little lunch, and 8 o'clock morning, I reached library open at 8 o'clock, I'll be already there. I leave my home at 7, take the bus from Tufan Gate and come. And I will, library closed at 8 in the night, I'll sit there. And there's such enormous beautiful books there. So I will bring all the books of one subject, keep on my table, and I continuously read them till that I mastered that subject. So I was only doing history and Mughal history and sociology and things like that, not very interesting to read. So it was very easy to retain them in the mind. So I studied very ardently for my IAS exam, very ardent. And I came first in university also for my MA, both first year and second year. So I was given job on the spot in the college, my own college, because there's a tradition in School of Social Work, whoever comes first is offered a job, research job, teaching, whatever is available. So I was offered a research job. So I just took next day, the day of result itself, principal gives you the appointment letter. It's kept ready. So I joined there. So again, I was in that same college. So again, I could study in the libraries. So I kept, I could not write the exam and final MA and IAS exam was clashing. So I wrote it following year. So I finished my MA in 70. I wrote exam in 71, passed it, and I joined in 72. Because by the time interview happens in March, and then June, July we joined. So that's what happened. So, but I studied very sincerely. Then next year I got job in All India Institute as a research officer. I was ICMR research officer. We were doing a research project. And the first project was I did in School of Social Workers of Old Age. It was the first project studying the situation of old people in the entire city of Delhi, the supported by WHO and all that. So that project was also gave a very good experience of every locality of Delhi. I was supervised level, but sometimes when the field level staff didn't have difficulty in interviewing and all that, then I used to go. So then second, after 1 year, I got job as a research officer in ICMR, and I was working in All India Institute of Medical Sciences with a professor of psychiatry. And that was very interesting. There also, they had a wonderful library in All India Institute where for the humanities. It's a medical school, but humanities. Why? Because Rajkumari Amrit Kaur, who was the first health minister of India, just Princess of Patiala, and she never married and all, and she had a huge library. So she gifted it to All India Institute, and her house in Shimla she gifted it to All India Institute for a guest house. So these are her, this was her child, so she gave everything. So that library is wonderful. So after 4 o'clock, you finish my work in the institute, I go and sit there. They were open till 7, so 3 hours I could read there also. So till the day of exam, I was working because this project had to be finished, and your deadlines and all. So only on the days of exam I took leave from my job, and I kept working, and so like that only. But I met my future husband there. My husband, he was a student there in doing his post-graduation in psychiatry. He was from South, Arshad Saraswat Brahmin from South, but of Mangalorean origin. And if you see, these Mangalorean people have come from Kashmir in 14th century, 15th century, when that Kashmir had the first exodus and people were forced to leave. So the Mangalorean Brahmins of today were the Kashmiris of 14th century who kept there, and that's why they're still known as Saraswat. In South, they're the only Saraswats. Rest are Ayers, Ayangars, and Madhavas, and all that. But the Saraswats, they say they came from Kashmir, and even Nehru in his discovery of India has mentioned this. And even my father-in-law used to say, and surnames are also like that. With my father-in-law's surname was Bhatt. So, the Bhatt, of course, in Gujarat also they have Bhatts, and Mangalore and Kashmir. So I met him. He had come from Madras to do his post-graduation in psychiatry. He was working with the same professor. He was studying and I was working. So we met in the outpatient of, our rooms were next to each other in outpatient department of All India Institute, and we met, and then
it was a match made in heaven.
So I didn't want to marry him because I thought, oh my God, my parents will never agree. And I told him, okay, I didn't want to even talk to him. So I told him, देखो मेरे पीछे मतलब वो होगा नहीं. My parents were बहुत conservative हैं. They will not agree and all that. And I made a big hue and papa. But he said, I'm going to meet your parents and don't tell them that I'm a gudda badmash. He said, you won't spoil it by telling me I'm some rotten fellow. Then I just laughed. I said, okay, I will not say. But he met them on his own and convinced them. And they agreed. Can you imagine that? I don't know how he convinced them. He convinced them and मेरे माता पिता हमेशा कहते तेरे कश्मीर से छोड़ के इससे शादी नहीं करी. So somehow they thought maybe this is also a variant of Kashmiri. पुराने कश्मीरी language भूल गए. They took it like that. In fact, when all those dadi nanis and all were there, coming for marriage from Kashmir, marriage took place in Delhi. So all of them were told, "Hey, presentations." जबान से बोलन तो मगर भटवट नाम भी भटवट था तो चल गया. वो सब ठीक था, खुशी. Everything went well. But because now these things are not important at all, but those days it was a big thing, marrying so-called outsider. And they were okay to have our Brahmin priest and all. They said just put the thali also and then पैर में वो पहनाते हैं ना क्या कहते हैं उसको जो पैर की उंगलियों में पहनते हैं toe rings. That's the he said only these two things you add to whatever is going on, and that's all. So we asked them if they like to bring a priest from Madras. They said no. This Kashmiri priest is very elaborate. We are very happy with him. He's doing everything which should be done. Too elaborate, no. Everybody else has become shortened, so they were more than satisfied. They said first class. And they also have this exchanging the horoscope and all those things. They also have all those things. So we did all that. It was all good fun. So since then we married, and he's a psychiatrist. He was a professor of psychiatry in Madras Medical College, and now he's working in Australia. There also he was director of a Center for Rural and Remote Psychiatry. Now he's retired, and he's still working as consultant psychiatrist. It's also professor of psychiatry for Newcastle University.
Dr. Gayali, you are such a successful IAS officer. You have been such a successful IAS officer. लेकिन अगर हम अपनी कश्मीरी पंडित कम्युनिटी में देखें तो बाकी प्रोफेशंस के कंपेयर्ड IAS ऑफिसर्स काफी कम निकले हैं. इसकी सबसे बड़ी वजह आप क्या समझती हैं, और आप हमारे सभी सुनने वाले पेरेंट्स को क्या कहना चाहेंगे, और जो सुनने वाली नई पीढ़ी है उनको क्या समझाना चाहेंगे जिससे कि वो एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव सर्विसेज में जाने के लिए आकर्षित?
ऐसा नहीं है कि नहीं है, बहुत है, मे बी पीपल इतने नहीं है
comparatively. बाकी अगर बाकी प्रोफेशंस में
men are there in various services, I would say they are not there, so they are there. अब देखिए ना, हमारा इतना 30 साल से तो हमारा इतना गड़बड़ चल रहा है, तो लोग स्टेबलाइज होना. और दूसरा ये है कि आजकल अपॉर्चुनिटीज बहुत है, not everybody has to do this only. My children haven't gone for it, so why should we force people? I will say let them follow their heart. Today there are thousands and millions of अब आप बायोटेक्नोलॉजी करें, वो था क्या उस टाइम जमाने में? एक मेडिकल होता था, एक इंजीनियर होता था, उसके भी 2-2, 4-4 कॉलेज थे पूरे देश में. When I wanted to become a doctor also at one time, but my parents were not at all comfortable. I saw Maulana Azad Medical College nearby, वो पुरानी दिल्ली में, ऐसे सन डिलाइट सिनेमा पिक्चर देखने शाम में से सिमन मेडिकल कॉलेज के लड़के लड़कियां हाथ पकड़ते थे, तो मेरी माँ देखती थी तो इस कॉलेज में तो डालना ही नहीं है. That is how instead of becoming a doctor I became a teacher, and then of course by default I became an IAS officer. So that is तीसरा conservative authority पकान तुमसे कैसे खराब करूँ, तुमसे बिगड़े में बैठा तो इस सूझत का, तो ऐसा होता था. लोग बड़े कंजर्वेटिव होते हैं. तो मैं तो ये कहूँगी कि let people follow their hearts, and it's not that only, but those who are wishing to do, they should, and they should try. There's no other way. You have to study. You have to study for anything, whether you are joining IIT or you are joining MBA, you are joining IIM and any good institute of excellence, or you are preparing for IAS. But ये ऐसा नहीं हो सकता, हो सकता है. अब मन लगा के पढ़ो, फोकस होके पढ़ो, तो कुछ सब कुछ हो जाता है.
हम लोग अक्सर IAS के नाम से डर जाते हैं डॉक्टर गयाली, तो मेहनत लगेगी, बहुत पढ़ना है, तो
नहीं ऐसा नहीं है. तो पर ये तो तैयारी, जैसे आप IIT की तैयारी 9वीं क्लास से शुरू करते हैं ना, ऐसे इसकी भी करनी चाहिए, क्योंकि मैं भी बचपन से बहुत पढ़ती थी, तो मेरी तैयारी खुद ही हो रही थी. सो you have to keep reading, you have to keep abreast with the international news, you have to read all the newspapers. अब तो ऑनलाइन ही पढ़ लेते हैं. हम लोगों को तो जाना पड़ता था लाइब्रेरीज में, और वहाँ जाके हम, जैसे मैं ब्रिटिश काउंसिल लाइब्रेरी जाती थी और सारे पुराने जो है अखबार पढ़ती थी, पूरे उनके पास आर्काइव्स होता था. तो उसी तरह अमेरिकन लाइब्रेरी में जाके सारे अमेरिकन न्यूज़पेपर पढ़ती थी, मैगजीन्स, टाइम के ऑल द इश्यूज, लाइफ के ऑल द इश्यूज. अब तो सब कुछ हमारे हाथ पे है. इट्स ऑल ऑन आवर टैबलेट और आवर iPad or phone. So we have to keep abreast of the international news, national news, local news. You should know about your own heritage. The moment you will tell in an interview, I'm from Kashmir, then you must know everything. So whatever you utter, see, you have to know for interview purpose, you have to know what you are, what you have studied. If you say I studied biotechnology, then they will ask you on biotechnology only mainly. And if you don't know that, then you are in trouble. So whatever you say, you must know. If you say you are from Singapore, then you must know everything about Singapore. So if you say you're a Hindu, you must know everything about Hinduism. So you have to have vast knowledge of these things. Otherwise, exam is not so difficult. See those primary papers which are there, those generic papers. They say they are of the higher secondary level, but they are of so many subjects. You know, science भी है, maths भी है, English भी है, history भी है, geography. But that level is that. That was not in our case. Our case that for everything level, whatever exams were over post-graduation. Because all the 8 papers were at that level. Today, the preliminary, what is called, is of the NCERT level. But it's vast. You must know everything. Now, we manage without knowing physics and chemistry and biology. We didn't study that way. But today they're asking all those questions. So you see, you have to know every stream, which is easy and also tough. So you have to have a particular amount of knowledge of every subject. That is one thing. And second thing is, in your own subject, when you write the main exams, you write your own subject. That you should have a mastery, full mastery. And you know, you cannot write answers such that जैसे सवाल था उसका वैसे you have to give analytical replies. You have to think, you have to analyze, you have to project, you have to have more lateral thinking while answering the question. So you cannot just ये रट्टा लगाया और उसका मतलब ये है, to the point एक आंसर दे दिया, ऐसा नहीं हो सकता. तो I think थोड़ा thinking को enlarge करके देखना है. पर मैं ये नहीं कहूँगी कि सबको जरूरी है कि IAS में पढ़ो. ये हमारे कश्मीर में गवर्नमेंट सर्विस को बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट देते थे. ऐसे दफा ऐसे तो हमेशा गवर्नमेंट सर्विस ही कराएं. In fact, our community got divided into two, Karkun and Gore. Gore was continuing to do the, earlier all of us knew Sanskrit, but when people started working with Muslim courts and all, or Dogra courts, and we had to learn other languages. So we gave up. Those people who gave up, proper deep study of Sanskrit and started government jobs, they became Karkuns. But we wanted people to, because very spiritual, we want all our rituals to be done. So we created, some of us, we created them as Gurujis. So they will be scriptures. They were also part of our family. So see, one boy went here, one boy went here. One son went there, one son went here. It was like that. At one point of time, they made sons into Karkuns and daughters sons into Gore. And initially the marriages were not happening because they were from the same families. And later it became, you cannot marry. So they came out of this, out of necessity कि आधे लोग सरकारी नौकरी करेंगे, आधे लोग. So getting a सरकारी नौकरी right from that time, whether it was Muslim court, whether it was Dogra court, whether it was Sikh Raj or British Raj, you wanted a सरकारी नौकरी because that's what you thought was, you have always done. You had always royal patronage and you had some job. So वो हमारे psyche में है सरकारी नौकरी. Even today, when we go to this, I go to Jammu and everybody's trying for sarkari nokri. Even now, this Payam's package, everybody's running after that. But I'm so glad, so many people have got it, so many different areas. If you see our kids, they are doing all kinds of things. So I'm very happy. So whatever you want to do, it will require mehnat. If you want to become a doctor, it will require mehnat. You have to pass NEET, you have to do this, then you have to study for so many years. You want to become a neurologist or a gynecologist or cardiologist, or you want to become an IT expert. You want to become, make a name in mechanical engineering. You want to make cars. You want to innovate. You want to do gaming. You want to make computer games. सब पे मेहनत है. So basic thing is मेहनत करनी है और अपना पैशन पकड़ लो. And जो पढ़ाई करते हैं ना वो दुखी होके नहीं करना है. खुशी से करना है. You should enjoy learning. So whatever subject you enjoy learning, you take that. What you don't enjoy, please don't take that. That will be only killing yourself. So I will suggest, what gives you joy, study those subjects.
डॉक्टर गरियानी, आपकी जन्मभूमि नॉर्दर्न इंडिया रहा. आप कश्मीर में पैदा हुई, फिर पुरानी दिल्ली में बड़ी हुई, लेकिन आपकी कर्मभूमि सदर्न इंडिया रहा. तो किस तरह से आपने अपने को नए माहौल, उस नए खान पान और नए कल्चर में ढाला? या यूं कहें कितना मुश्किल या कितना आसान या
देखो
कितना रोमांचक ये बदलाव आपका?
ये वर्क फ्रंट पे मुश्किल नहीं था. वर्क फ्रंट पे तो पीपल वर एडोरिंग मी बिकॉज आई डोंट नो, दे थॉट आई वाज some gift of God to Tamil Nadu. They treated me like that, you know. There are not many women in administration. हर गांव में जाते थे तो people. So, but in my personal level, coming and living in Madras with my family, we lived in a joint family. My father-in-law, mother-in-law, everybody was there. Now it was very difficult because basically vegetarian. Of course, my father-in-law and husband cook occasionally little meat, you know, maybe Sunday को कुछ chicken बना लिया. हम लोग तो 24 घंटे खाते थे. So at least till I was in Delhi, so I was a proper meat eater, you know. I सोचता था पूजा आसान रहता है, क्वेश्चन पूछ. तो जब उसको दुकान बंद करनी होती थी ना, तो जो जितना भी मीट होता था हमारे घर पे छोड़ के चला जाता था. ये क्या बात है, हमें दुकान बंद कर, जल्दी बंद करनी है, घर में काम है, कोई बीमार हो गया. तो he will know whatever he will leave us, we will consume it. उस दिन नहीं था अगले दिन. तो सडनली वो छोड़ के चला जाता था दुकान बंद करके कि ये जी आपके लिए है, खा लो. So that was the level, you know, every day we were eating every single day till we were in Delhi. So here the vegetarian household basically. And then they don't eat much spicy. दाल बनाते थे बहुत पतली and वो भी उसकी टूरला जिसका सांभर बनता है. हम लोग तो मूंग की दाल वगैरह खाते हैं. And they will be very thin and no प्याज का तड़का and all that, or whatever तड़का we put, हींग जीरे का. There'll be the food was so different. I just couldn't eat it, you know. तो चावल तो होता था. तो मैं इतने अचार खाती थी. कोई मदर-इन-लॉ न्यू आई लाइक अचार, सो बेचारी बनाती जाती थी. तो मेरे लिए इतने तरह के अचार बनाएंगे कोई है, पर वो मैं आई वाज द टोटल कंज्यूमर ऑफ दैट अचार. एंड सब्जियों में वो कोकोनट डालते थे, कोकोनट पेस्ट को. तो कुछ ऐसे नारियल पाक. अब आदत सुन के भी, क्योंकि ऐसे ट्रेनिंग दी गई थी बचपन से कि नॉट टू take other food, not to appreciate other food. Only Kashmiri food is best. So I had dikkat for many years. I could not eat the food cooked with the coconut gravy because the psychological also. I think it's not that bad, you know. I have to look back to see. Then idli, I did think it was nice. Dosa I was eating. So it was very limited food I was eating. So that was a big issue. But slowly I got out. But I was going out. My husband was taking me out. मैं हफ्ते में 3 दिन हम बाहर खाना खाते थे. My father-in-law was very sensitive. He saw I was not eating properly, and I didn't like it. So what he was doing, he was telling my husband कि बाहर जाके खाना खा लो आज. तो हम कम से कम हफ्ते में सैटरडे, संडे और बुधवार को 3 दिन तो बाहर खाना खाते थे. We go to Buhari, we go to all the restaurants, Chinese and Indian and Mughlai, eat and come. And then I was. After some time, there were so many official parties that this thing was forgotten. But then my father-in-law also told me, why don't you cook something on Sunday and all that. So I started making. She would say, make some Kashmiri vegetable also and all that. When I started making that, our cook got very jealous because he wanted to be the supreme. She was looking like this. After 3-4 times I cooked, she learned everything. So then what my mother-in-law used to do, she'll at least make one North Indian sabzi so that, you know, I can also eat something. So फिर वो उन्होंने थोड़ा सा adjust किया.
तो आज की डेट में आपके घर में चोखवांगुन ज्यादा बनता है कि रवा डोसा?
दोनों बनते हैं क्योंकि my daughter is there and she has taught her cook everything. We make chokwangun, dum aloo, paneer, everything, and we also make South Indian because we have South Indian but South Indian. Her husband is a Tamil, so we have both. And मेरे लिए रोज कम से कम एक कश्मीरी सब्जी तो बनती है.
Dr. Garyani, I'm very tempted to ask you this question. मेरे जैसे अनेकों लड़कियां या लेडीज जो घर और ऑफिस को संभालने की कोशिश में जुटी रहती हैं और अक्सर हमारी अपने से ये शिकायत रहती है कि कुछ ना कुछ चूक गया, यहाँ या वहाँ कुछ ना कुछ चूक गया, या एक वर्क लाइफ बैलेंस नहीं कर पाते बहुत बार, मगर आपने एक इतना बिजी और इलस्ट्रियस करियर के साथ साथ एक इतनी खूबसूरत पर्सनल लाइफ को बैलेंस किया, और हमने हमेशा आपको मुस्कुराते देखा है, खुश देखा है। तो आप
किसने कहा कि बैलेंस किसने कहा कि बैलेंस की
तो
क्या होता है, तो अभी पति देव वहां होते और हम यहाँ होते ये तो एक वो आइडियलिस्टिक व्यू है कि बैलेंस होता है, परफेक्टली बैलेंस कभी नहीं होता। लेकिन क्या हुआ कि आई वाज फ्रॉम ए जॉइंट फैमिली, तो मेरी मदर इन लॉ रहती थी हमारे साथ। फादर इन लॉ की जल्दी डेथ हो गई, बट मदर इन लॉ वाज देयर टिल 1914 till my children got married, went away and all that also. Then I was looking after them. So this is काफी फर्क पड़ा, क्योंकि I had to rush suddenly for meetings to Delhi, Bombay, सुबह 6 बजे चले जाओ, रात को 12 बजे आओ, ये सब. So there was somebody at home. So I didn't bring up my children perfectly, but they were not insecure. They will get their meals properly. They will be sent to school. They will be given their lunch. They will be looked after. They will not be exposed to any danger. So that much of satisfaction I had whenever I could leave at the short notice. But my mother-in-law's presence was there. When I was posted as a collector outside, my parents came and stayed with me for that 1 or 2 years when I was posted in South Africa as collector. Because my mother-in-law could not come. She was looking after my husband at home. My parents came. So my parents moved to Chennai in 1979. And mother lived in 2012. She was not living with me, she was living independently, but when I was posted in Kadlur, she came and they both came and stayed there. So I had this family support. It's very important, which people don't have today. Very few people. I mean, I don't think your in-laws or parents move to Singapore for you or Australia for you. It's very difficult. They don't want to leave their place of where they're comfortable. So family support is very important if you have to do extraordinary things. I don't think you can do it. Otherwise, you'll be bogged down कि वजह बच्चा बीमार हो गया. अब तो बीमार बच्चे को भी छोड़ के निकल जाते थे. My son was so naughty that he's so small and he'll cycle and take the cycle to the main road. So before going anywhere, I had to hide his cycle somewhere where he cannot find it. So I mean, every mother has so many anxieties. We all have suffered from anxiety. I used to be anxious till I came back, and I used to pray the plane. When I reach home, my family should be in good condition. Because हफ्ते में 1-2 बार दिल्ली जाओ मीटिंग्स के लिए, कहीं जाओ 3-3 घंटे का सफर करो, सुबह 4 बजे उठो. कभी कभी we try to come back on the same day because of family. We won't spend a day also. It was very hectic, but I think I had decent family support, and family had some decent work support, some staff, because my mother-in-law had her cook when she was young and she had brought her from village. That cook stayed with us for next 40 years. So till almost my mother-in-law, I mean, for much of my life also, that was there. So that constant one trusted person always in the house, staying in, plus some support to help with the other work, some drivers, some outside workers and talk. उससे क्या होता है, mother-in-law also did not find so much of burden. Otherwise, old people can't look after so much. So I think you got to have some. You must all get personal help. I see a lot of women, they try to do all the household work. It's not possible. So try to spend some money for getting somebody to do work. Even if you can if you can afford a cook, you can afford a part-time servant, you can afford. Please afford. Don't try to save every bit of money, because it's very important that you should also get some rest, some leisure, and some time, quality time with your children. If you're all the time working only and cooking only, also try to do the time management. जैसे अब मुझे पता है कुछ वर्किंग वुमेन आजकल हफ्ते भर का खाना बना देती हैं और रख देती हैं अलग अलग डब्बों में फ्रिज में, तो वो काम एक खत्म हो जाता है.
But how do we cope with guilt? I mean, at the end of the day, there are many instances when you have this guilt कि हमने अपना 100% नहीं दिया, चाहे अपनी family हो या. How do you cope with guilt?
I can tell you one thing, nothing in this world is perfect, and nothing in this world can be perfect. You should never aim for perfection. I never aim for perfection. Even government job, I used to see अगर 80% हो गया, 75% भी हो गया तो excellent mark है ना, 70% is 75% इज डिस्टिंक्शन। सो अगर 75% काम अच्छा हो गया सरकार में भी तो बहुत अच्छा, क्योंकि क्या होता था मैं देखती थी जो लोग अटक जाते थे कि नहीं इसको 100% करना है, उनका काम कभी खत्म ही नहीं होता और मेरा खत्म हो जाता था, मैं अगले प्रोजेक्ट चली जाती थी अगले तो we achieve lot more when we aim only for 75% or 80% and not 100%. And I don't think there's anything like 100% in this world.
Wise word. Yes. डॉक्टर गरियाली, जब मैं आपके बारे में सोचूं तो रिटायरमेंट जैसा शब्द आप जैसे एक सिंगल माइंडेड फोकस वाली शख्सियत के लिए तो डेफिनेटली शायद नहीं बना है। तो वो क्या चीज है जो हर सुबह आप अपने आप से कहती हैं और जिसने आपको आज तक रुकने नहीं दिया है? वो मतलब क्या है आपकी सेल्फ मोटिवेशन का राज?
क्या बताऊं, तो हम चाहेंगे हमारा कश्मीरी कल्चर ही ऐसा है। देखिए we always be helping others. That was our family tradition, my mother, father, and then we had formed this family charity already. And after retirement also I worked for 2 years as a country director for Indian Clinical Epidemiology Network. And so I went to work in Eastern UP and all, where the child health is very bad. You know, IMR is like sub-Saharan level. तो वहाँ पे मैंने काम किया है, मतलब मद्रास से ही करती थी, but I set up projects everywhere. I kept doing that, and from the day of retirement, I have joined this. Equitas has become a bank now. That time it was a microfinance company, and since I had done so much of work with self-help group women and helping them and empowering women, they wanted me to join them. I said I won't join the company because that time microfinance had a very bad name. The many microfinance company charged very high interest, and I had just come back from Bangladesh where it was very worst, 40% interest rate. तो मैंने उनको कहा कि मैं इसमें इंटरेस्टेड हूँ, बट अगर यू वांट टू डू समथिंग फॉर वुमेन व्हिच विल हेल्प देम, a charity foundation, I will help you set up that. So I set up this trust for them, and I'm one of the founders of trustees from 2007. And I'm continuing till now. And actually, you won't believe me, I just finished writing a book about Equitas, which gives all the good work they have done for society, in spite of being a finance company and now a bank. Actually, what happened because of that good work they have done, Reserve Bank made, within 7 years, they were made into a bank, which is unheard of. And they are the first bank in Tamil Nadu after independence to get a banking license. And as a finance company, they were declared as most transparent finance company in the world by Transparency International, which is set up by Muhammad Yunus, Nobel laureate Muhammad Yunus, the Grameen Bank. So इनका इतना अच्छा नाम हो गया because we all saw to it that they did very good work. And one good thing about this Equitas Bank is, which initiative I drove, was giving credit loan to handicapped people. We are the only bank in the world actually. We have given more than 60,000 handicapped people loan, out of which about 10,000 are blind women. And they've set up small businesses, they're earning money, they're supporting their normal families by doing their micro enterprises. So this is called inclusive credit. So we are the one of the few, but people like us were there to drive these initiatives, which help. So then now recently I have persuaded them to lend money to transgender, because transgender के पास क्या options है, या तो begging नहीं तो sex work. So we want to give them differently. They can have small businesses. They can also live a decent life. They don't have to do these traditional things. So we started lending to transgender recently. That was also driven.
डॉक्टर गरियाली, मेरा आखिरी सवाल आपसे आज के सेशन का ये रहेगा कि यू आर एन एक्सीडिंगली अकम्प्लिश्ड एंड सक्सेसफुल पर्सन, मगर जब आपसे कोई पहली बार बात करता है जैसे कि मैं, तो जो पहला इंप्रेशन ये आता है कि हाउ डू यू मैनेज टू बी सो हम्बल एंड मॉडेस्ट? इनफैक्ट मैं अपने सभी दर्शकों को एग्जाम्पल भी देना चाहूंगी कि जब मैं डॉक्टर गरियाली से हमारे आज के सेशन के टाइम सेटअप कर रही थी, और क्योंकि हमारा टाइम जोन अलग अलग है, तो वो जो हमने टाइम सेट किया था वो जहाँ पे मैं रहती हूँ लंच टाइम के आसपास था, तो डॉक्टर गरियाली का पहला कंसर्न ये था कि नेहा टाइम इज ओके बट व्हेन विल यू हैव लंच। तो दिस
इसका मतलब ये हुआ कि मैं बहुत खाऊ हूँ।
तो डॉक्टर गरियाली मैं जानना चाहती हूँ कि हम लोग कुछ थोड़ा बहुत कर ले तो 7 दिन तक 7वें आसमान पर बैठे रहते हैं। आपने इतना कुछ किया है, तो इतनी अनएंडिंग हम्बलनेस का सोर्स का
ये तो हमारा मैं ये कहूँगी ये इसका सोर्स जो है हमारा काश्मीर शेर है इसका सोर्स। We must follow our own philosophy because हमारा जो काश्मीर शेविज्म है, it's so beautiful, it's such a universal philosophy. ये ऊंच नीच नहीं देखती है. It doesn't say that you have to leave the world and then only you can become spiritual. It sees no dichotomy between the material world and the spiritual world, and it makes you very humble because you are equal to anybody. There is no big and small in this. हमारे लिए इसीलिए कश्मीर में ज़्यादा छूत छात नहीं था, ज़्यादा कास्ट सिस्टम वगैरह कम था, देखते नहीं थे, क्योंकि ये हमको सिखाया गया है कि हम लोग सब बराबर हैं, कोई ऊंचा नहीं है, कोई नीचा नहीं है। तो ये अपने जो कश्मीरी पंडितों की जो बेसिक फिलॉसफी वो बहुत खत्म है। अब हम उसको भूल गए हैं कि we have to go back to our roots. That is why I feel why I try to write this book is that we should not forget about it. We should not forget who we are. We have a great tradition. We have great achievements, and we should continue that. We should take pride in what we are, and we should continue to keep. Up people are marrying outside, but we teach those people also our values. We have a person we marry a person who is from another community, doesn't matter. Let him also learn our values, our hospitality, our love, our compassion, our giving habits. So this is what it is. So I think if we go back to our roots, we are all very, very humble people. See, in our family, the postman also came to deliver letters. The mother will first give water and say, especially दिल्ली में गर्मी बहुत होती थी, लू चलती थी, बैठे करो, आराम कर लो, पंखे नीचे बैठ जाओ, पानी पी लो, कुछ खा लो, चाय पियोगे. तो that was the culture in the family. And why do you think I was so concerned about those sweeper girls? Because in my house, we had dry latrine that time at Sitara Bazaar, and these two girls used to come to clean with their mother. And my father had ordered कि ये काम करने के बाद हमारे घर में आंगन में नलका था, उसमें नहाएंगे दोनों, नहा के साफ करेगी, साफ कपड़े पहनेंगे, कहता साफ कपड़े लेके आओ. तो हमारे घर में वो नहाती थी, फिर कपड़े पहनती थी, फिर खाना खाती थी, और जो मेरी माँ के पास कुछ एक्स्ट्रा खाना होता था वो भी माँ उनको देती थी. वो घर से रोटी लेके आती थी. Then they will rest in our house. हमारे घर में नीम का पेड़ था, उसके नीचे. उसके बाद वो हमें डांस वांस दिखाती थी करके. तो and people used to come कि तुम लोगों को क्यों entertain करते हो, क्यों तुम्हारे घर में घंटों घंटों बैठी रहती है. It was the culture we brought up. My father was a medical professional. He said कि ये बीमार हो जाएंगे, ये गंदगी उठाती है, इनको रोज नहाना चाहिए, साबुन उनको दे दो लाइफ वाइज, घर में नहाए. तो ये इतना हम सब लोग इतने प्यार से देखते थे. कोई हॉकर हो, कोई पोस्टमैन हो, कोई स्वीपर हो, सबको प्यार से रखा जाता. तो इसलिए वो अपने आप आ जाते हैं. ये हमारे कल्चर में है, तो हमको ये याद रखना चाहिए कि दिस इज पार्ट ऑफ.
I think that is why somebody has actually said that who you are cannot be separated from where you came from. So I think you are a living example of that, Dr. Gayari. And I want to mention it here that it has been an absolute pleasure and privilege to have you with us today. और मेरा ये दावा है डॉक्टर गरियाली की, जो हमारा मकसद रहता है इस कतबात सेशन को ऑर्गेनाइज करने का, कि हम अपने कश्मीर से निकले हुए दिग्गज लोगों से बात करें, उनके सफर को जाने, उनसे कुछ सीखें, और हमारी जो अपकमिंग जनरेशन है उनको सिखा सके कि व्हाट डज इट ट्रूली मीन टू लीड बाय एग्जांपल. और आपसे बात करके हमने आज एग्जैक्टली यही सीखा है. बहुत 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 शुक्रिया आपका डॉक्टर गरियाली, और पूरी कश्मीर एज इट इज की टीम की तरफ से आपके सभी फ्यूचर वेंचर्स के लिए आपको अनेकों शुभकामनाएं. और जाते जाते आपके लिए जहन में सिर्फ एक ही बात आती है, तू शाहीन है, परवाज है काम तेरा, तेरे आगे आसमां और भी है। थैंक यू।
बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया नेहा, बहुत खुश हुई आपसे, बड़े खुश से मिले थे, सारी मिले तो नौन आशीर्वाद पाए। गॉड ब्लेस।
थैंक यू सो मच गरिया दी, थैंक यू सो मच।